the winner gets in. And for everything, for 3 consecutive trips to the conference tournament for the Penguins, and for a berth. I mean, it's everything on Saturday for the Lady Penguins in the Conlon Center, and I'm just glad that we're going to be here.
Yeah, that'll be a 2 o'clock tip-off this Saturday for the women, 4 o'clock for the guys.
And it's academic night here, and there's a lot more students here as the student athletes will be recognized at halftime, but Natalie Diaz is being recognized right now, and I'm assuming with the women, with the Pac West berth being on hold until Saturday, there might be more people here then.
Well, I would think so, and of course, the academic night here, Academic Achievement Award to the Penguins, 7 of the last 8 years. So while athletics is very important here at Dominican, among the 13 teams in the conference, the Penguins have the highest GPA. Let's hear from Mark Carlson. Talking about Natalie Diaz.
Reached that milestone with just over a minute remaining in the third quarter. Sophomore Angelica Collins drove the baseline and kicked the ball to Diaz, who knocked down a jumper from the right elbow. Natalie is currently 4th nationally in scoring at 23.9 points per game, and today earned the Cosita Academic All-District honor, making her eligible to be named a Cosita Academic All-American next month. With Natalie tonight are her mother and father, Eileen and Fred. Congratulations, Natalie Diaz.
All right, well, you heard it right here, everybody. And then, of course, at halftime, we're going to have Commissioner Bob Hogue from the main offices of the NC2A. He's the commissioner of the Pac West Conference in which the Penguins play. And he's here to present the Academic Achievement Trophy and unveil the beautiful banner for the 7th time in the last 8 years. Man, that is something. 13 teams, 13 schools, not 13 teams. Lots
way
more than that.
13 teams.
Each school has about 500 athletes, and the cumulative GPA from each school is ranked, and the Penguins, 7 of the last 8 years, have the highest. We're ready for the national anthem, preceding men's basketball. For those of you at home, please rise. All right, everybody, here we go. It's basketball night on Penguin Radio. We're ready for the starting lineups. Here's Forrest.
Starting lineups first for the visiting Cal Baptist Lancers, 22-4 overall, 15-3 in the Pac West. Under head coach Rick Croy. At guard for the Lancers, a 6'2" guard out of Wow, look at that.
No, it's Tehachapi.
Tehachapi.
Yeah, that's down by Bakersfield.
Well, I'm glad you know where it is.
Of course.
Yeah, Tehachapi, California, number 5. Corey Lang, 6'7" sophomore out of Canberra, Australia. Number 11, Bull Cool, a 6'2" junior out of Colonel Light Gardens, South Australia. Number 15, Jordan Heading, a 6'8" senior for the Lancers. Out of Newburgh, Oregon, number 24, Gabe Taylor, and the man in the middle for the Lancers at 6'9", 235-pound senior out of Heidelberg, Germany, number 34, Khalidou Diop. So a lot of players for the Lancers outside of the United States too. A couple from Australia, a couple from Germany, and the starting lineup for the Dominican Penguins at forward, a 6'5" senior out of Carson, California, number 3, Reverend Maduakor, a 6-foot freshman out of Moreno Valley. At guard for the Penguins, number 21, Jordan Williams. At forward for the Penguins, a 6'6" junior out of Los Angeles, California, number 25, CJ Cedric Thomas. At guard, a 6'4" senior out of Thousand Oaks, California, number 32, Jeremiah Gray. And the big man in the middle for the Penguins, a 6'8", 230-pound freshman out of San Jose, California, number 32, Christian Futch. Maduakor, J. Will, CJ, Jeremiah Gray, and Christian Futch. The starting lineup for the DUs, who have just won their 7th out of the last 8 years, the Academic Achievement Award in the Pac-West Conference. As we mentioned, 13 schools in the Pac-West Conference. They will be unveiling a banner here tonight at the Conlin Center up on the eastern wall. Right behind us here on Media Row, Forrest Hunt, Stuart Horn, and Brandon Cadiz doing the sideline here tonight. In the middle for the Lancers, the 6'9", 235-pound senior out of Germany, Khalidou Diop. He'll go up against a 6'8" freshman out of San Jose, Christian Futch. Lancers in all old gold uniforms here tonight. The Penguins in their home whites. The tip from Diop without contention from Christian Futch. And here we go, we're underway. The Baptist Lancers in the Conlin Center, straight away, top of the key. Cool has it into the corner, go to the Lancers. That's Gabe Taylor down low, off glass. Diop opens the scoring here at the Conlin Center tonight with 2 on the board for the Lancers. Cal Baptist moved the ball well in their first possession. Jordan Williams crosses the timeline, pass intended from Maduakor, tipped away out of bounds by Jordan Heading out of South Australia. So 2 starters for the Lancers out of Australia. And another starter out of Germany. Diop out of Germany. Maduakor's inbound pass right in front of the Lancer bench goes to Jordan Williams, top of the key. Lancers lead early 2-0. Jordan Williams drives in the right side, backs out in the far corner. Top of the key, Jeremiah Gray. Maduakor just inside the left wing. CJ driving in, kick out. Futch with 8 to shoot. Futch in the right wing, 6, drives in 5, backs up, fadeaway 4. Christian Futch, the smooth 12-foot fadeaway shot from the big man for the DUs. It's all knotted up at 2 apiece. Running the point for the Lancers, Jordan Heading, a 6'2", 190-pound junior from Colonel Light Gardens in South Australia. He has it on the left wing. Inside the left elbow, Diop, back out 3 ball into the corner, launched by Corey Lang. Lancers with the offensive rebound, no look pass, right wing. Cool driving in on Maduakor, back to Heading. Lancers moving it around. They have a fresh shot clock, 18 to shoot. On the left wing is Lang. A lot of students here in the Collins Center tonight. It's academic night. Driving in left side, heading into the corner. 3 ball launched by Gabe Taylor as he buries it in the left corner. Gabe Taylor makes it a 5-3 game. Remember, everybody, this Cal Baptist team and this Cal Baptist athletic program will be going Division I next year as the Penguins look to hang here tonight. We had Coach Waterman on the show yesterday looking to develop those young guys, and Maduakor goes in and draws the foul. Reverend Maduakor will go to the line to shoot, too, as he was fouled on the shot by Jordan Heading. That's Heading's first personal, first team foul. Coach Booker up off of his seat to my right. Maduakor will go to the line, shoot 2. Maduakor with that left compression sleeve on that left leg. Gets the ball from our official, goes behind the back, bounces once, spins the ball in his hand. Maduakor at the line, trying to bring the Penguins within 1. First one misses right from Reverend Maduakor. So we had Waterman on yesterday, and the Penguins are going to have to play an absolutely perfect game in our assumption here tonight. And Baptist is going to have to be a little off, but the Penguins can do it. Only trailing 5-2 here in the first 2 minutes. Maduakor's second free throw, no good. Rebound corralled in by Gabe Taylor. Heading, hair up in the ponytail. You don't see that very often in the men's game. Has the hair up in the ponytail on the left wing. Goes Gabe Taylor, and we have an off-ball foul down low. the Penguins with 18 to shoot, approaching 18 remaining, and that's going to be the first personal foul by Reverend Madukor, first team foul. So both teams trading fouls, both teams with one here in the first 2 minutes. Heading will inbound with 20 on the shot clock. Underneath his own hoop. He'll get it in. Taylor, top of the key. 3-ball launched right wing. No good by Corey Lang. Up with the rebound, Jeremiah Gray in transition, looking up the floor. Gray, cross-court pass, Madukor, right wing, driving in between the legs. Back out, Jay Will, top of the key, CJ. Ball fake, cutting Gray. No, CJ still has it to Gray on the left wing. Gray picks up a screen. Crossover, free-throw line, jumper, no good. Rattles in and out. Gray did follow the shot. He might have been able to get an offensive rebound. Pass into the corner. For Lang goes out of bounds. An unforced error as the Lancers turn it over here with 17:34 left to go in the first half. Lancers lead at 5-2. Penguin Radio, radio.dominican.edu. Forrest Hunt, Stuart Horn coming back from the snack bar, and Brandon Cadiz on the sideline. I believe Stu has nachos. He gets them every night. CJ hands off Jeremiah, top of the key. Good defense by Lang. Jeremiah needs to find an outlet, finds Fudge, handoff. Jay Will, baseline, layup, yes! Jordan Williams, they're going to count the basket on an offensive goaltend, but it didn't matter. It went in anyway. 5-4, Lancers lead, 17-15 overhead. It's Academic Achievement Night. We had Paul Roccanello here for 3 quarters of the women's game. Roccanello, who coached the Penguins in the early 2000s, down low goes off, and he's rejected by the Penguins. Fudge with the rejection. Jeremiah Gray bounce pass off the leg of Lang, turnover, and the Lancers with it. In transition, Lang on the far sideline. Jeremiah Gray in his face. Fudge on Dioff, both wearing 34. Fudge rejects him again. Christian Fudge playing great defense in the first 4 minutes of the game. Penguins trailing by 1. And a packed house here in the Collins Center on Academic Achievement Night as the Penguins win the award for the 7th time in the last 8 years. CJ driving in, and he'll draw a foul on Gabe Taylor. That's Taylor's first personal, second team. Fresh legs for the DU. Mays and CW2 in for Madukor and Fudge. Todd, Hubbard, and Davis in for the Lancers. 20 to shoot, 16-35 overhead for the Penguins, who trailed by 1. They welcome Cal Baptist. Bounce pass, Jeremiah Gray, left side block. Yes, from Jeremiah Gray, gives the Penguins a 6-5 lead. Good find by Jordan Williams on the inbound pass. Penguins lead for the first time tonight. Right wing for the Lancers, Hubbard back to the top of the key. That's heading into the far corner goes Todd, down low, Dioff. Check it, that's not Dioff, it's Dejon Davis, who throws up a brick. Comes down with it is Jeremiah Gray, approaching 16 minutes to go. Penguins lead by 1. Jordan Williams on the left wing, drifting straight away between the circles. CW2 driving in, step back. Heading went flying by him. CJ top of the key, 16 to shoot, driving in. CJ walked with it. We come to our first media timeout. You're listening to NC2A Division II men's basketball on the radio, home of the Penguins. Penguin Radio, radio.dominican.edu. 6-5 Penguins lead, 15:57 overhead here on Academic Night at the Conlin Center. Penguins taking the award for the 7th time out of the last 8 seasons. And we will send it over to our sideline reporter, Brandon Cadiz.
Forrest, you mentioned Academic Night here inside the Conlin Center, and as you said, the Penguins have taken it 7 out of the last 8 years here. The Penguin student athletes, an overall GPA of 3.44. Women's cross country leading the way at a 3.66 GPA, and men's golf second just behind at 3.6. And you saw Natalie Diaz getting honored there before the ball game. The College Sports Information Directors of America Academic All-District Team. Diaz averaging a 3.49 GPA and also 23.7 points on the court. A deadly combination for that student athlete. Back to you, Forrest.
Thank you, Brandon. I'm glad you brought up the GPAs here for the Penguins, as I was unaware what they were. Just the fact that the Penguins were able to beat out 12 other schools in the conference to win the Academic Achievement Award. They will be unveiling that banner here once again here on the eastern wall in the Conlin Center. Back to my left on the wall. And 7 out of the last 8 years, it's, as Paul Roccanello says, whether we win on and off the court, we have a great athletics program. At some meetings, they get to rub it in their face. Well, you guys might have more wins than we do, but, you know, our athletes are a little smarter than yours. 15:50 to go. Top of the key, heading over to the left wing. Pump fake, 3-ball on the way by Hubbard. No good. Checking that shot was by Rowell. Rowell has checked into the game for the Lancers. Jordan Williams loses the handle, finds it in between the circles. CJ, 15.5. Left to go here in the first half. Jeremiah Gray drifting straight away. Hands off CJ in between the circles. Right side. CW2 drives in, free throw line, ball fake, back out. CJ 12 from the right elbow. CJ off for him, no good. Maya hits the deck, and it's going to be a foul. Jeremiah Gray able to pick up a foul. It's going to be on Dejon Davis, the 6'7" sophomore out of Oakland, California. Went to Oakland Tech High School. 8-6 Lancers lead, 15-20. Left to go. Penguins will inbound with 20. Check that. They'll reset the shot clock. Penguins will get a fresh 30 with 15-20 overhead. Inbounding Jordan Williams, right wing, CW2. Drifting straight away between the circle. Bounce pass. Jordan Williams left wing looking for a screen. In his face is Rowell. Jordan Williams drives left, goes baseline, kick out. CW2 thought about a 3, no ball fake. Left elbow, jumper 13 feet, yes! CW2 ties the game at 8 apiece. 15 minutes exactly left here in the first half. All comes down to Saturday for the women as they welcome in Fresno Pacific, who beat Academy of Art tonight. 3-ball launched left wing by Hubbard for the Lancers. Penguins in transition. CW2 far sideline, Gray in between the circles. Jay Will on the left wing. In his face is Rowell. Cross-court pass, Jeremiah Gray, right wing. Driving baseline, Gray up to the rim, and he's blocked. Gets his own rebound. Jeremiah Gray puts it back after it was blocked by Dejon Davis, and he gives the Penguins a 10-8 lead. Rowell brings up for the Lancers, heading straight away. Penguin bench, very vocal. Corner 3 launched by Todd, no good. Christopher Williams with the rebound in transition across the logo. A little contact, great 3-ball right wing, just deep. Rebound Rowell for CBU. In between the circles to heading on the right wing, cross court. Jason Todd, ball fake, straight away, Rowell. Rowell dribbling now to Todd in the corner, down low, Hubbard. Lancers moving the ball nicely. Between the legs goes Rowell right in front of the Penguin bench. A couple of fresh legs getting ready to check back in for the DUs. Jay Will bites the pump fake. Top of the key. 3-ball launched by Todd. No. Rebound CJ as it's after it's kicked around. Jordan Williams on the far sideline. Heading meets him at the 3-point line. Spin move. Double team baseline. Jordan Williams. Bounce pass out to CJ. Back to Williams in the corner. 13-30 overhead. 10-8 Penguins lead. CJ ball fake, driving in the middle of the key, puts up a shot off iron, no good. Rebounded by Hubbard. 10-8 Penguins lead. Rowell behind the back, around CW, and a huge rejection from Mays, but it won't count as there was a foul committed by the Penguins, and Mays got up there, Stu.
Mays came over with a windmill rejection, and you could see it coming from about 12 feet away. He just had the biggest arm movement I've ever seen in a block.
Chris Williams,
I've seen a few.
Chris Williams, the second, picks up his first personal. Second team foul for the Penguins at the line. Rowell shooting 2, knocks down the first. With a second free throw, looking to tie the game, Christian Futch checks back in place of Jeremiah Gray, along with Reverend Maduakor. For the first time tonight, Xavier Williams in place of Jordan Williams and C.J. Thomas. Coach Booker squatting right here in front of us in our broadcast booth. He's wearing the gray suit tonight. And Stu, I'll tell you what, if there was a best dressed coach award in the Pac West, I don't care what sport it is, Booker would win it.
Well, I don't know about that.
No, I do. Every coach that come here in the Collins Center is not up to par with Coach Booker.
He's a very handsome man, that's for sure.
Xavier Williams, top of the key, got poked in the face. Right wing, Maduakor, 15 to shoot, 13 minutes left exactly. Maduakor gets it poked away. 4 Lancers trying to find the handle on it, and somebody finally does, and that is Zioff. Rowell bringing it up for the Lancers. Crossover into the middle of the key. Kick out, it's knocked away. Able to corral it in the corner. 3-ball launch by Gabe Taylor, out of bounds, no good. Knocked out by Corey Lang. Possession Penguins.
For us, Zioff is listed at 6'9", 235. I think he's taller and heavier than that. That guy is a load. And fast.
He looks like he played defensive end.
Yeah, he's that big.
He is. He's huge. Inbound to Xavier Williams. Light pressure in the backcourt by Rowell. Williams gets it across on the far sideline. Maduakor straight away. Driving in left side. Kick out Mays, top of the key. Xavier Williams on the far sideline, 14 to shoot. CW2 bounce pass Mays inside, kick out Maduakor, left corner, thought about a 3, no. He'll walk with it. And I tell you what, Stu, I think Madukor's got to take that shot.
Anytime you get an open look, especially when you're a good shooter like the Rev.
Huge cushion, too. He had a 6 or 7 foot cushion on the defender. I don't know why he decided to pump, fake, and drive.
I don't either. Sometimes it's mystifying. You get a clean look, and it's almost like the player thinks, this is too clean. I need a little more traffic.
It's almost like that shot down low and you're 2 feet away and nobody's on you. From the left side goes Dioff, high off the glass and good. That gives the Lancers a 12-10 lead. Approaching 12 minutes to go in the first half, and Stu, the Penguins looking good here in the first 8 minutes.
They sure are.
Mays on the right wing, hand off CW2 between circles, backing out now, 18 setting up the play, instructed by Coach Booker T. Harris. Madukor in the left corner, picks up a screen from Futch. Cool playing tight defense on Madukor, 8 to shoot, driving in baseline, and a push on Cool. Well, and he'll pick up his first personal foul, 4th team foul for the Lancers, as we have a media timeout. You're listening to NC2A Division II men's basketball on the radio, home with the Penguins, Penguin Radio, radio.dominican.edu in the first 9 minutes here in the Collins Center against Baptist, looking the same as the DUs did last time out against Concordia in the first half. The first 18 minutes of that game, we talked to Scott Waterman about it yesterday, the Penguins hanging in there with the Concordias. And in the last 2 minutes, Concordia was able to run away with it. And we'll send it over to our sideline reporter, Brandon Cadiz.
Guys, so far the Penguins are really hanging in there against the number 19th ranked team in the entire Division II, obviously going Division I next year. And as we talked in our show, Hot in the Igloo for us, Scott Waterman said that they had a lot on their hands tonight, especially with guarding Dioff, that shooter, big man that they have on Cal Baptist side that can shoot it from mid-range and can also pop it out from beyond the three-point arc. So far, the Penguins' leading scorer, Jeremiah Gray, with 4 points and really energizing this Penguins offense. We saw Jeremiah Gray drive down the lane a couple of the last 2 possessions, and we'll see if the Penguins continue to try to go inside and feed Christian Futch. Back to you guys on Penguin Radio.
Thanks, Brandon. I'd like to see, believe it or not, the Penguins shoot it more from outside. They've taken 1 shot from beyond the arc. And the Lancers so far have taken 7 and hit 2. Penguins are over 1 from downtown. I'd like to see them get that long-range shoot game.
Well,
going.
I think it's because we just watched the women's team
That
get
might be
slaughtered by the 3, not shoot very many threes. And yeah, our internal clock is we are missing some threes somewhere in our psyche.
Yeah, but the other things too, they're not shooting the 3, and it's a 2-point game. So
well, that's true.
Don't go to it yet.
No, we are, but we're bereft.
Don't go to it until you have to. Inbound pass goes to Gray, who loses it out of bounds. Turnover for the Penguins.
I'm in need of some threes, man. We got nothing in the first game.
Bringing it up for the Lancers is Rao. Pass off to the right wing. Cool with Madukor in his face. Top of the key, Lange. And the CBUs move the ball around nicely. Down low, Cool. Good defense by the DUs, but he's able to get to fall 14-10. Lancers, 11.5 to go in the first half. Xavier Williams brings it across the half-court stripe from our right to left. Penguins attacking the southern hoop. Madukor on the left wing. A little bit of hand checking going on. Madukor drives baseline, and he draws the foul. It's going to be on the CBU's Gabe Taylor. That's Taylor's second personal foul. 5th team foul for the Lancers. And Stu, Penguins causing the Lancers to commit a lot of fouls here so far.
You're right. On paper, the Penguins are not supposed to be this close at this point in the game.
And we're only 9 minutes in.
Yeah.
Jordan Williams inbounding on the short side, 20 seconds into Gray, left wing. Gray drifting straight away, picks up a screen. Thought about handing it to Madukor, said we'll keep it to Futch, back to Gray in between the circles. 10 to shoot for the DUs, 11 minutes exactly. Jay Will picking up a screen, 6, left elbow, 5, back out Gray, 4, 3 long, 3 left elbow, yes, from Jeremiah Gray, who hits a long 3. And as we talked about the 3 ball, it looks like Gray's got it going, 1 for 2 for the DUs.
That feels good for us. That's nice.
Seeing the DUs knock down a 3 does give you a little bit of sigh of relief no matter which team. As Dioff knocks down a short range from the left block, 16-13 Lancers lead.
That's the first 3 ball for the Penguins tonight.
Straight away, Reverend Madukor in between the circles, 10-20 left. Futch in the short right corner. He's hit one. He hit a nice fadeaway. You were over there talking to Scott Calhoun and his crew when he hit that 3. Jay Will right wing, no good. Futch with the rebound and the putback, yes. Christian Futch brings the Penguins within 1, 16-15, 10-10 left in the first half.
Futch's reaction time is just great. He's so quick on the ball.
Turnover for the Lancers as Raul double dribbles with it on the far sideline. Penguins get it back with an opportunity to take the lead. And you expect the women's game to be a low-scoring affair. It wasn't so much as that, but we might see a low-scoring affair, I believe, here in the men's game, if you believe it or not.
Well, so far it's on pace to be, what, about 60 to 6?
Believe it or not, it's, as you mentioned, a 60-something game so far here on pace with 10:08 left in the first half. Reverend Maduka inbound right in front of a bunch of students, too, and I know this is as packed as the Conlon Center academic night. The Penguins winning their 7th out of the last 8 years for the Academic Achievement Award. Pass backcourt to Jordan Williams, cool on him. Jordan Williams goes left to the wing. Back straight away. Gray three-ball, Jeremiah Gray hits another three and gives the Penguins an 18-16 lead. Can the men heat up and upset Baptist here in the Conlon Center?
Man, they've got nothing else to live for at this point in the season. Might as well go for it.
Down low, Dioff on Futch. Dioff 6'9", Futch 6'8". Futch has won the battle so far here tonight. That time Dioff gets it to fall. Count the basket as he's fouled by Christian Futch, who picks up his first personal third-team foul for the Penguins. And Dioff will go to the line for an N1 free throw, game tied at 18.
I'll tell you, one of the things I like about Futch, the freshman, is he can hang with anybody in the conference, period. I don't care if they're upperclassmen. I don't care if it's Dioff. He can hang right with him, and he keeps his mouth shut and listens. He's a good guy off the court, and he's an absolute assassin on the court, the kind of guy you want on your team.
Dioff missed a second free throw, and as you say that about Futch, I see it similar to what LaRocca is doing for the women, even though they play a completely different position with a completely different role. Same mindset. Futch straight away, 13 to shoot, under 9:20 to go in the first half. Gray left wing three, yes! Jeremiah Gray is 3 in a row from downtown, and the Penguins lead at 21-18.
If Gray can keep this going, the Penguins will be in good shape.
Gray with a huge smile on his face. He's feeling the energy, heading with a three-ball right wing, answers right back to tie it at 21 apiece. Time out. Coach Rick Roy wants it. He's not going to get it granted. I see he came onto the court, Stu, here at half court, and Coach Booker was even pointing, saying, hey, he's on the court. He's past the half court line. And CJ has it inside the left wing to Futch on the left elbow. Back out, Jordan Williams, 8:40 to go. Tie at 21. Williams driving in, drives baseline. Back into the left corner, right in front of the Lancer bench. Maduka on the left wing, 6 to shoot. Needs to find somebody, finds CJ, free throw line, 4 to shoot. CJ hits the deck as it's up off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound is Dioff. And the Penguins wanted a foul there on CJ.
Forrest, I'll say I think there's something to be said for a packed house. The Penguin men are responding to the energy.
And I think the rest of that's an off-ball illegal screen, not called, going under his Heading, who stepped on the line. And Coach Booker's having a conversation with our official right here as Heading set an illegal screen and totally took the left hip out of Jordan Williams.
I think Booker had a legitimate beef.
And Stu, to your point, a packed house here in the Conlon Center with the Penguins taking on the 19th ranked Lancers, the 19 in the country, number 2 team in the conference, and it's a tie game 12 minutes in with exactly 8 to go here in the first half. I'd like to see it like this every single night from here on out in the Conlon Center. Down low, CJ, left block from the right side, off glass. Yes, CJ gives the Penguins a 2-point lead. It's 23-21, 7:50 left to go. Heading, bringing it up for the Lancers, goes between the legs, in between the circles. Down low, Dioff. Futch playing tight D. Jeremiah Gray for some help. Dioff top of the key. That's Hubbard on the right wing. Heading launches a three. Heading just deep. Heading gets his own read. No, it's knocked away by Jordan Williams. Jeremiah Gray does not have numbers. He'll back out. Ball left wing, Gray. And it rattles in and out. Gray tried to force that one as he had a bit of an open look.
30-footers too much even for Gray.
Driving in is Lang. Dump off to Hubbard, who gets the 2 from the left side and ties it at 23 apiece, approaching 7 minutes to go in the first half.
I'll tell you, the Penguins are doing a lot of exciting stuff, and the Lancers are just staying with the fundamentals and scoring easy twos. They're not missing the chip shots.
Penguins are playing, I think, the best half that we've seen so far here this year.
Certainly the most exciting half. Yeah, I'd say it's the best.
Penguins shooting 50% from the field so far. CJ left elbow. Driving in right side. Gets the pump fake, gets Dioff to go in the pump fake. Futch with the offensive board, misses the putback shot. Dioff with the rebound. Bringing it up is Heading for the Lancers. Fresh legs getting ready for the D's. Driving in is Heading, kick out. three ball launched by Lang, yes, for the Lancers to put them ahead by 3, 26-23. CBU leads, 6.5 to go in the first half.
Right over the top, Jeremiah Gray, and that's not easy to do because Gray was coming in hard.
Chris Williams is second on the right wing, straight away to CJ, 17 to shoot. Jordan Williams looking for an open Penguin, finds him in Gray, top of the key. CW2 driving in, picks up the dribble, needs to find some help. Finds CJ driving baseline, CJ to the rim with a strong finish.
Wow.
Out the basket, CJ will go to the line to shoot and one free throw. It's 26-25. He has an opportunity to tie it. To immediate timeout, you're listening to NC2A Division II. Men's basketball on the radio, home of the Penguins, Penguin Radio, radio.dominican.edu, and the Penguin hanging tough with the big bad Cal Baptist Lancers.
They are big and they are bad, and the Penguins are right there where they shouldn't be. And yet, CJ's going to have a chance to tie it on academic night. And Brandon, it looks like, is on the sideline with President Mary Marcy, the president of the university. And we'll send it to him now, right here on Penguin Radio.
Guys, I'm here with President Mary Marcy of Dominican University of California on academic night. President Marcy, 7 out of the 8 years, the Penguin student athletes have done it again.
Absolutely. You know, and I think the 1 year, I don't know, I think they calculated wrong because we've seen that not only win every year, but every year the GPA has gone up. It's just amazing, the dedication of these student athletes. You know, they're good on the court. We saw tonight, you know, the all-time leading scorer for a single season, Dominican and Jeremiah. And earlier we saw Natalie Diaz, you know, win the award for having 1,000 points in her career. And they're great athletes. They're great students at the same time. It's really exciting.
Yeah, and next year, too, Dominican is hosting the Pac West Basketball Championships. Talk about the publicity and just the good feeling of having the Pac West tournament come to Northern California for the first time, and especially here at Dominican.
I think we've got a great home for that. You know, people turn out, they love to see good basketball, and they'll see it here. There's a really good vibe in the gym. You know, you can kind of turn around and see all of the banners on the walls, and we're going to hang another one tonight. We'll be ready to host the conference championship.
Well, we are excited for that at halftime. That is President Mary Marcy, guys, here at Dominican University of California.
Thank you, Brandon. As CJ misses the N1 free throw, and Jeremiah Gray has set a single season all-time scoring record, 478 points in a single season for the DUs as a errant shot goes up by heading out of bounds. Penguins will take over 26-25. Lancers lead, 5:49 to go in the first half.
You know, it doesn't surprise me for us that Gray leads that kind of a stat because he is one of the greats and clearly scoring-wise the greatest Penguin ever. And it's been a joy to watch him. I'm just sick that he's graduating. We've only got one more game after tonight to watch him.
Yep, we're going to take that game in. As CJ has it on the right wing, CW2 into the far corner, three ball, no good. Rebound, heading for the Lancers, 5:20 left in the first half. It's a one-point game. Lancers lead at 26-25. Heading, top of the key to Taylor. Back to Heading, driving in, free throw line, Taylor. Just to the left, straight away. Taylor and Heading playing catch with 10 seconds. Over to the left side, that's Todd driving in, off glass, good. Jason Todd with a 2 from the left side makes it a three-point game, 28-25, under 5 to go. Jordan Williams right on the Penguin insignia at half court to C.J. Thomas, who almost had tipped away by Taylor, instead able to corral it, hand off Jordan Williams, Xavier Williams straight away. The Penguins have it. That's CJ drifting right. Hand off CW2, long two on the way, just deep. Rebound, Taylor for CBU.
Williams has a good stroke. It's just a little too much of a line drive. If he can get a little more air under it, I think he makes a lot more of those.
Heading straight away to Taylor on the left wing. Back to Heading in between the circles. Right wing three ball on its way, no good by Rao. Penguins up with it. Xavier Williams pressing up in transition on the left wing. Bounce pass down low to CJ on the left block. CJ working on Taylor. CJ backing his way into the key. Off glass and a strong finish by CJ Thomas to get a one-point game once again.
Cedric is just unbelievable and getting better every game, and you can see it happen. Every game the guy gets better.
The evolution of CJ Thomas is something to come to the Conlon Center to see as DeJohn Davis goes in from the right side for an easy 30-37 timeout Coach Rick Croy for CBU. With 3:50 remaining, you're listening to NC2A Division II men's basketball on the radio, home of the Penguins. Penguin Radio, radio.dominican.edu. And let's hear from Jeremiah Gray, why don't we?
Hi, this is guard Jeremiah Gray, and you're listening to DU Basketball on Penguin Radio, the official radio station at Dominican University of California.
That's absolutely right, everybody. Jeremiah Gray at timeout. One of the greatest scores, the greatest score in DU history is 30-27. Penguins trail. We'll send it over to Brandon Cadiz on the sidelines.
Guys, so far a stat that is great to see on the side for Dominican is turnovers, 5 and 4 apiece respectively for both teams. The Penguins are still very close into this ball game, and as Stu mentioned, they're not supposed to be this close in the ball game, guys, and they're doing a great job. Obviously, Jeremiah Gray leading the way for the Penguins, and as Stuart Horn mentioned, just this game and one more on Saturday, and it's just a shame that we won't get to see Jeremiah Gray anymore, but a lot of developing players for this Penguins team. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Brandon. And Jeremiah Gray, who is now the single season, holds a record for single season points, is the leading scorer, leads all scorers with 13. And Gray from downtown is 3 for 5, 5 for 9 total for Jeremiah. 350 overhead. Cal Baptist leads 30-27. Backcourt pressure by Rowell, as it's Mays, Maduakor, Futch, Gray, and Jay Will. Gray on the right wing, straight away to Mays, who saves an errant pass by Jeremiah Gray. Jordan Williams on the left wing. Finding a Penguin at the top of the key, that's Maduakor. Right wing, Mays, 12 to shoot. Finds Gray between the circles, 10, 9. Gray hasn't dribbled, 7. Goes right, 6. Driving in, 5. Picks up the dribble. Floater, no good. Rebound heading. 3:20 left here in the first half. A low-scoring affair, 30-27. Cal Baptist leads. Picking up a screen at the top of the key is Heading, who drifts right in front of Coach Booker. Picks up another screen, goes straight away. Futch out there on the perimeter. Bounce pass inside to Dioff. Dioff goes baseline, goes right over Mays and Maduakor. Big height advantage there for Dioff as he goes by Maduakor. 32-27, 2:50 left in the first half. CJ getting ready to check back in for the Penguins. Maduakor on the right wing. Picks up a screen, goes the other way. Back to Futch. Long two, Christian Futch. Oh, and just a little too left for Christian Futch. He's got a nice mid-range jumper, Stu. Real nice. Heading in transition. Drifting straight away. 2:30 left here in the first half. Mays out on Heading, who picks up a screen. Thinks about launching a 3. And he will for straight away. Heading. And it's just a dud at the back of the rim. Penguins still trail by 5. Jeremiah Gray, far sideline. Jordan Williams in between the circles. Maduakor on the left wing. Bounce pass down low, Futch. Cross court, Mays, right wing. Thought about a 3, no. Maduakor, top of the key. Driving in right side. Back pedals for a step. And Reverend Maduakor knocks down a 12-footer from the right side. Maduakor, smart move to pull up for the fadeaway as opposed to driving in on Todd. 32-29, Penguins trail by 3, 1:50 to go. Rowell with it straight away on Jordan Williams. Back to the left wing, Heading. Rowell launches a long 3 and knocks it down for 26 feet.
Oh, brother.
That gives Cal Baptist.
I can't even throw the ball that far.
35-29 lead. Jordan Williams driving in, draws a foul. That foul is going to be on Rowell, so he launches a 26-footer and then commits a foul to put the Penguins in bonus for the last 1:31. C.J. Thomas checks in for the Penguins in place of Romeo Mays. To the line goes Jordan Williams. He'll shoot 1-and-1s, and he has not shot from the line tonight. 35-29, Lancers lead on academic night here at the Conlin Center. 7 out of the last 8 years, DUs have taken the Academic Achievement Award.
Jay Will wears 21, and as I recall, Deion Sanders also wore 21.
He did.
All right, thank you very much. I had to go into my Giants archives for that.
Jordan Williams hits the first of his 1-and-1 free throws, 35-30. Jay Will toes the line for his second attempt after making the first, second one on the way. Perfect. Jordan Williams with a smooth stroke. Yeah. Perfect from the line tonight, 35-31. Cal Baptist leads.
Perfect is good. I like perfect.
Perfect is good. 100% 100%. You can't get any better than that. Heading gets it tipped away. Jordan Williams hits the deck, finds Gray. Penguins able to save a timeout. 1:15 left in the first half. Jordan Williams, the Reverend Maducor in the left corner.
You know, that's a real underrated skill, throwing when you're lying on the floor.
Maducor, another fadeaway, just short. Rebound for Cal Baptist, hauled in by Dejon Davis. Baptist on the far side, Rowell driving by Williams, and he gets fouled by Jordan Williams. That's Williams' first personal foul, fourth team foul for the Penguins. DU's trail by 4, 35-31, 60 seconds remaining.
You know what I'm saying? Lying on the floor to throw the ball and find your guy.
Inbound pass goes to Heading, steps in, ball fake on the 3, hits a long 2, 37-31, and you're right. When you're laying on the ground, almost helpless,
yeah,
it seems.
That's right, and everybody's coming at you 100 miles an hour.
Coach Booker wants a timeout. NC2A Division II men's basketball. Penguins trail 37-31. Forrest Hunt, Stuart Horn, Brandon Cadiz on the sideline, and he has another special guest who we had for 3 quarters over here with us in the first half, and he has Paul Roccanello, and we'll send it over to Brandon Cadiz.
I'm here with the Dean of Students, Paul Roccanello. Paul, Academic Achievement Night. Obviously, you're very involved here with all the students. How proud of you are these student athletes?
Incredibly proud. This is the 7th time in 8 years that our student athletes have won this award. It says a lot about their commitment, not only to their sport, but to their educational experience here at Dominican. Fantastic job. Congratulations to everybody.
Yeah, and being a former assistant coach, obviously, here for basketball, what are your thoughts on both teams this year? Obviously, the women have Saturday now to clinch that final playoff spot.
You know, they got to work hard. They've got some tough injuries, but I think they can do it on Saturday. Really rooting for them.
All right. That is Paul Roccanello, guys, Dean of Students at Dominican University.
We're under 40 seconds left, everybody. Maducor, baseline jumper, just long, rebound. Dejon Davis, thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Paul Roccanello, for coming on the air with us in the women's game and for doing that interview for Brandon on the sideline during that timeout. Roccanello, a class act guy, coach for the Penguins. He's been here for a long time, and spot-on analysis, if I have to say so, in that women's game.
He was the coach for the women's team back in 2005, so he clearly knows what he's talking about. And then if you see him in the faculty-student game, he's still got the outside jumper.
Shot blocked by Maducor, 7 seconds left. Gray pushing up 5, cross the timeline 4. He wants the last shot 3, right wing 2. Gray launches a 3, air ball. To end the first half. Gray wanted it, and I don't blame him.
Of course he did. But, you know, if you're ever going to get away with an air ball, it's on the shot on the buzzer.
Gray 5 for 10 from the field, 3 for 5 for downtown. Leads all scores with 13. DU's going to the half trailing by only 6. Similar play to what we saw last time out against Concordia, except the Penguins were able to play a good full 20 minutes here in the first half and didn't let the Cal Baptist Lancers slip away like they did to the Eagles on Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's exactly right. So I don't know what Booker's going to say, but at 37-31, the DUs are hanging very tough. With the exception of just a couple of plays, the Penguins would be tied here. Well, it's Academic Achievement Night, the Academic Achievement Award here at Dominican.
Yeah, and we can get the audio from Mark Carlson if we'd like, as he addresses our audience.
And let's do that.
First, women's soccer. Next, men's and women's cross country. Next, men's soccer. Probably the tallest group among us tonight, volleyball. Next, women's basketball. Now followed by women's tennis. Let's not forget the ladies who get down and dirty. Please welcome softball. Followed by men's and women's golf.
You know what? Just let me. I'll just start hacking.
And last, but certainly not least, lacrosse. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 of our 11 programs were recognized by the Coaches Associations of their respective sports. Women's soccer was recognized by the NSCAA as an all-academic team for having a team GPA of 3.52. Our golf teams were one of 38 Division II programs to receive President's Special Recognition from the GCAA for obtaining a team GPA of over 3.5. The softball team had the 55th highest GPA in the country and was recognized last season as an Easton NFCA Division II all-academic team. Tennis was also recognized by their National Coaches Association for their academics last season, earning an ITA all-academic team honor with a team GPA of 3.41. And finally, though they are in the locker room right now, we would like to recognize our men's basketball team for receiving the 2016 and 17 NABC Team Academic Excellence Award with a team GPA of 3.13. All of our teams had a GPA of over 3.0, with women's cross country leading the way with a GPA of 3.66. We would like to take a moment to recognize some of our current athletes who received individual honors on a national level. First, we would like to recognize Ty Macias, who was named the Strickson Cleveland Golf All-American Scholar by the Golf Coaches Association of America in his first year of eligibility. Next, Skylar Scarr was one of 4 Penguins named an ITA Scholar Athlete last season, along with Emily Ginn and Lauren Percy were each NFCA Scholar Athletes, maintaining GPAs above a 3.5. And finally, Reverend Maduakor was one of 4 Penguins last season who earned NABCA Honors Court recognition with a GPA over 3.2. Those departing seniors who earned similar honors last season were Drew Nelson, Josh Armstrong, Josh Ramirez, Seth Turner, Angelina Lombardi, Corinne Beebe, Brooke Roseno, and Colvang Carlson. Last year, 143 student athletes were named to the PacWest Academic All-Conference team, led by 25 women's soccer players. In 2016-17, Dominican won its 7th PacWest Conference Academic Achievement Award with an overall GPA of 3.44, tying the highest mark in conference history. At this time, PacWest Conference Commissioner Bob Hogue will present the 2017 PacWest Academic Achievement Award to Dominican University President Mary Marcy, Faculty Athletic Representative Dr. Christopher Leeds, Athletic Director Amy Henkelman, PSAC President Matt Albert, and National SAAC Rep Anthony Sassano. I'm going to start saying it. After every three-pointer.
We'll say you started. Hashtag I can. Get sweatshirts.
Shirts.
Yeah.
Shirts.
Yeah.
you, Commissioner Hogue. At this time, we would also like to thank Dr. Christopher Leeds for his continued guidance and support throughout this unparalleled stretch of academic success. Now, ladies and gentlemen, students, if you'll do a 180, the moment we've been waiting for, please direct your attention to the east wall behind the team benches and scorer's table, where our mascot, Chili the Penguin, is standing in the bleachers to unveil our championship banner. Chili, are you ready? Please show us the banner. Congratulations once again to all of our amazing student athletes for their dedication in the classroom. We thank you fans for attending Academic Night here at Dominican University of California. Please stick around for an exciting second half of basketball action.
Thank you, Mark Carlson, Commissioner Hogue, and everybody here at Dominican for making it such a great academic achievement night as Chili the Penguin rips the curtain off the wall to show our 2017 Academic Achievement Award banner. And you heard it from Commissioner Hogue. 7 out of the last 8 years here at Dominican. The Academic Achievement Award. As Stuart Horn makes his way back to the booth, all the athletes on the floor for the DUs. Everybody here in a packed house here tonight at the Conlon Center. And Commissioner Hogue couldn't have given a better speech.
No, that guy's all right. You know, he's been here on Penguin Radio. He always gives a good speech. I've heard this speech 7 times now.
You know, and I can't get over his Pac West jacket that just happens to be yellow and white.
Yeah, well, he wore the Dominican colors for a reason, I think. I like that I can't thing.
Yeah.
He said it before. It's always very inspiring.
Mark Carlson and I are making T-shirts.
I can?
Yes.
Domin, I can?
Hashtag, it's going to be a new hashtag.
I like it. Hashtag I can.
I think we can get it going. You know, last year, the announcer for the Dodgers, Joe Davis, started this team. He always said this team, and it became a hashtag used throughout the playoffs. I think we can start an I can hashtag. Maybe Athletics will use it on their tweets as a hashtag.
That's not bad.
I like it.
I like it, too. All right, everybody, about 5 minutes to go in halftime. I got to say, as a communications professor here at Dominican, few things are more gratifying for us than academic achievement awards night for the Dominicans. And I look up on the eastern wall here at the Conlon Center, and to see year after year after year of the athletes stepping up, I mean, really a 3.44 cumulative GPA for these guys, it's unbelievable. You got 500 students at every school, all 13 schools in the Pac-West Conference, each school of 500 athletes, and ours are the best.
The best. As Roccanello says, win or lose on the court, field, whatever it may be, at every meeting, they may say, hey, you guys might have 1 more win, 2 more wins than us, but we have the smartest athletes.
That's right. Well, yeah, well, they have the best GPA. I don't know. Does that make them the smartest?
Yes,
I don't know. Well,
course.
okay. Fair enough. I'm going to go with you on that.
We didn't win the award for nothing. We have the smartest athletes in the Pac-West Conference.
All
There's
right.
no denying that.
You know what? Roccanello mentioned it. You know, you can win battle after battle, but there's the long game. The long game you consider in when it comes to athletics and academics. And academia is always going to win, almost always.
It should.
It should, of course. And at a place like Dominican, well, academics is what it's about. Athletics, very important. Very
Close
important.
second.
Very important. It's a close second. But academics.
Radio a close third.
Academics wins the day, then radio, then athletics. Let's get it right, Forrest. Especially a guy like you. You would be a guy who would say, come on, radio should be number 1. Then academics, then athletics. I think that's how it should be.
I think you're right.
As a good night, everybody. Academic Achievement Award. The guys are back out on the floor. And look who's here. It's the man of the hour, Coach Scott Waterman, whose appearance on Hot in the Igloo on Wednesday night at 4:30 was one of the best attended as far as the number of listeners shows we've had all year. Coach, nice to have you here. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now you can hear yourself.
Yeah,
we've got a lot of lines and networks going here tonight. And so pretty cool academic achievement award.
Yeah, a great honor, and this is a testament to the athletic department in the school that athletic department GPA 3.4. Our men's basketball team at a 3.1. We really strive, and we like to get a 3.3, so we actually underachieve for ourselves. But one is pretty darn good for men's basketball.
You and your high standards. And speaking of high standards, 37-31. On paper, after a half of basketball, we're not supposed to be this close to these guys.
No, the big thing of our guys is we're competing. It's really the first time, unfortunately, with 2 games left, that we have laid it all out there in the first half.
Same thing we said.
And
first time.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but this is our chance to upset a top 25 team on our home floor with fans seats. We're playing well. It's going to really come down to how we guard the post in the second half. D-off got a few too many easy ones. We didn't do as good of a job of pushing off the block, and that's a load to push off the block.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to continue to use our double team. We did a pretty good job out there, and then it can shots on the board. But we're doing a great job on the boards, which has been our Achilles heel, and we've minimized our turnovers.
It's funny because every time Jeremiah Gray launches a 3, and he's hot tonight. I mean, he had 3 in a row, and then he fired off that 30-footer because he was feeling like Superman, I guess. But then Dioff answers every time, and he never misses a chip shot.
Yeah.
And those fundamentals are the difference.
Yeah, and that's why he's an All-American, Stu. I mean, we got our hands full this half, but I'm really excited for our challenge, and I know our guys are going to step up.
And I would think that, in your mind, one thing that would turn the seniors off with, because it's a losing season, it's a tough season, but man, to beat these guys tonight would be a great way to finish.
Without question.
Yeah.
Without question.
All right, Scott
guys,
Waterman, everybody. Another great interview from the assistant coach, Scott Waterman. Well, he's the associate head coach, I should say, along with Booker T. Harris. Well, we're inside of a minute. We're going to the second half on Academic Achievement Award Night here at Dominican. Forest, this could be a big half.
And we saw it last time out. We keep going back to that Concordia game, Stu. The Concordia game, the Penguins hung with them for the first 18 minutes, fell off in the last 2 of the first half. It ended up being a 13-point lead at halftime with a 6-point lead here for Cal Baptist. At the end of the first half last game, we're saying, the Penguins got to come out hot in the second half. And yesterday on the show, Coach Scott Waterman said, we have to play our best game of the year, and they have to play virtually their worst game of the year for us to upset the number 19 team in the country. And I'll tell you what, the Penguins are playing their best game of the year, as he just mentioned. Baptists aren't.
They're
playing
not
a
playing
good
their worst game.
And the Penguins, I think we're just finally seeing it all come together and it all work.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. If the Diaz can figure something out, how do you keep Dioff out of that low block? Oh, I don't know.
It might be a double team with Fletch and CJ or
Maybe.
JT. They might throw JT in there to get some height, try and double team a little bit.
Yeah,
Never know.
No, that's a good call. I like it. All right, everybody, here we go. 20 minutes overhead, 37-31. The Penguins trail. So far, a nail-biter. Here's Forrest.
Penguins inbound on the far sideline, trailing by 6. Jeremiah Gray leads all scorers with 13. In double digits for the Lancers is Dioff with 10. Penguins have it, moving from our left to right, attacking the northern end of the Conlin Center. CJ has it top of the key, dumps off Reverend Maducourt, driving in down the left lane. Kick out, Futch, short left corner, top of the key, Jay Will. CJ right elbow, long two, he's fouled. The shot did not go in. CJ's hit hard. CJ will shoot 2 from the free throw line. And CJ tonight, as head coach for Cal Baptist, Rick Croy, is very upset. CJ tonight 0 for 1, had an and 1 free throw early on in the first half, missed that one. CJ, a pretty good free throw shooter. He toes the line, right foot forward, first one on the way, and through. 37-32. Mark Carlson having a conversation with our official. Oh, man, as the head coach for Cal Baptist, Rick Roy is coming a little too far. A little too far. He's coming over to Coach Booker, and Coach Booker doesn't like it. 37-33, 3-ball launched on the left wing. No good. Air ball by Lang, out of bounds. As stepping on the line was Reverend Maducourt, 19-25. We're 35 seconds in, and the Penguins have cut the deficit to 4. 4-point game. Inbounding on the short end will be returning for the Lancers. Hubbard in place of Gabe Taylor. Inbounding will be heading as he smacks the ball and gets it into Dioff. As you heard Coach Waterman say, an All-American. Dioff right by Futch, up and under on the baseline. Dioff, easy two from the left side, and everything for Dioff tonight looks easy. He's making everything look like a walk in the park. 39-33. Futch on the short left corner. Jeremiah Gray, long two. Good! Jeremiah Gray buries a three just inside the left wing. 39-35. Trading baskets here to open the second half.
Man, I hate to say it, but Dioff's kind of doing it all on his own. And he's unstoppable.
And he's making it look easy.
Yeah.
Doesn't even look like a challenge for Dioff as he throws it cross court. 3-ball launch, left wing Lang, and just sits right up there on the rim as Futch goes in for the block shot. No, Lang hits the basket from the left side off glass. 41-35, and he is fouled by Christian Futch. Going to the line to shoot an and-one free throw is Lang. Futch's second personal. Both teams with one foul here to open the second half. Lang will shoot an and-one free throw. And so far here tonight, Lang has not shot from the line. And one free throw right through the net. 42-35 is a 7-point game.
You know,
Lancers lead.
Dioff is doing everything for the Lancers, but Jeremiah Gray still leads all scorers.
CJ with it in between the circles, over to Jay Will on the left wing, driving by Cool, off glass, and hammered was Jordan Williams hitting the deck. No, cross-court pass all the way to Cool. Jeremiah Gray with the defense. Count the bucket. Christian Futch will pick up the foul. No, they're going to call it on CJ, who I didn't think was anywhere near the play.
It was all Futch. Futch it himself and said, yeah, that was me.
He's telling the official right now, no, CJ was not close to the play.
There we go. Now they've corrected.
Now they're going to put it on Jeremiah Gray.
They put it on Gray.
So they still haven't got it to Futch. They went from number 25 to 32. Now that they go up with 2 more to 34, that's Futch. But, you know, they're making their way up.
They are making their way up.
44-35, timeout, Coach Booker.
I don't think they ever got it right.
No, they didn't ever get it right. That was a big hack by Christian Futch.
Yeah, Futch came in and he made the contact.
Usually we don't agree with fouls on the Penguins. But Futch, that was a hard one. CJ was nowhere near the play. Gray was in there, by the way. 18-24 left as we'll send it over to our sideline reporter, Brandon Cadiz.
Penguins so far coming into the second half have allowed back-to-back drives inside the basket and an and-one opportunity on both of those occasions. You know, shooting percentage-wise, Cal Baptist shoots at a tremendous rate. They're 12% higher than Dominican so far right now, 55%. And the Penguins are trailing by 9 coming out in the second half, just a little bit lackadaisical, and the Penguins are trying to protect inside the perimeter, and especially, as you guys have mentioned, Dioff has been a problem so far this entire ball game. As Forrest has said, look for Futch and Jordan Williams or maybe even CJ Thomas to go for those dig steals and double team him down low in the post. Back to you, Forrest and Stu.
All right, thank you very much, Brandon. Well, somebody's getting serious because the Penguins were in the huddle and Waterman came over. It sounded like he blew a gasket.
Just like you at the end of the women's game.
It was the same kind of thing.
9 points, the largest lead for the Lancers at 44-35. At the line to shoot an and-one free throw. Cool.
The other night I blew an O-ring as we were coming down the stretch.
I'll tell you what, you needed a cough drop and a glass of water after that. And you didn't get either.
I didn't get either.
Just a Red Bull. It doesn't coat your throat. Cool's ran one free throw. Good.
But it does so much more.
It gives you wings, right?
That's something like that.
10-point lead for Cal Baptist. Jordan Williams bringing up in front of the Penguin bench. Hands off to Reverend Duacor. Straight away, CJ driving in. Right side, bounce pass. Jordan Williams, who had the open layup on the baseline, didn't take it. Backs out, corner three. No good by Jordan Williams. And we're going to stay on this end. It's going to be an off defensive foul on the Lancers. It's going to be on Jordan Heading. That's his second personal, second team foul here in the second half. Jordan Williams will inbound. Fresh 30 for the Penguins. 18:07 left to the right wing. CJ goes in between the circles, between the legs, hands off Gray. Gray's looking for a three opening, drives in instead. Hand off Futch. Oh, and he was rejected by the rim.
Yep.
Futch went straight up, and he was closer than he thought, and the rim was right there to say, no, not today. Top of the key for the Lancers, Hubbard. Over to the left wing, Cool. Dribbling low.
You managed to give the rim a human quality.
Yes, he did. And
no, you did.
Oh, me. Well, it was the best defense we've seen all night. So 47-35. Jordan Williams bringing it up all night in the men's game. Reverend Maduakor fade away, long two off the rim, no good. Dioff with the rebound. Penguins can't let this one slip away. The largest lead in the first half was 6 for the Lancers, 3 by the Penguins, and it is now 12. 3 ball by Cool, airballs it.
Uncool.
He looked like he was shooting at the Penguin logo over there on the wall. That's how much he missed it by.
That was an air ball by 10 feet.
Yeah.
Or 8 or 10 feet. He missed it left, and there were no defenders anywhere near him.
Right elbow, D off on Futch, goes in with the left hand. And he is left-handed. That's his dominant side for an easy 2.
That's way too easy. The Penguins have got to figure out how to deal with D off.
Jordan Williams in the backcourt with Cool. Pass tipped away out of bounds by Corey Lang. We have a sub coming in for CBU. It's going to be Dejon Davis in place of Kalidou Diop. So with Diop off the court, let's see if the Penguins can go on some bit of a run and get some stops defensively. Yeah. Inbound pass from Gray to CJ, back to Gray. Top of the key, driving in right side, goes to the rim. Oh, and a huge rejection by Dejon Davis.
Dejon put a little mustard on that rejection there.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting. I handed that one. That was great. I like it. The mustard.
Just be cool. Just go with it.
Man. No, that was great. I'm
just
sorry.
Roll
that
with
was great. Inbound pass goes to Gray.
I've been waiting for it.
I know you have. Xavier Williams on the far wing. Bounce pass. CJ driving in baseline. Spin move. Up off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound by Dejon Davis. Heading, bringing it up for the Lancers. Driving right by the DUs. Futch with a huge rejection. Wow. Diving on the ground for it is Cool. And we have whistles for our far side referee, and they're going to call a foul.
That was a nice play by Futch. I got to give it to him.
They call that foul on CJ Thomas, and that's his first personal. So they get this one right on CJ. As Christopher Williams II comes in for Reverend Maduakor. And Romeo Mays coming in for Christian Futch. So without D off on the floor, Penguins going to go a little smaller and a little quicker as Futch will take a break. 16-17 left to go here in the second half. 49-35. Cal Baptist leads down inside Davis. Two D's on. Goes for the slam and misses it. Back out to the three-point line. TJ picks it up. Xavier Williams on the right wing, drifting straight away, back in front of the Penguin bench. Bounce pass down low. That's CJ. CJ top the key. CW2-3 just missed it left. Davis with the rebound. Davis bringing it up the floor, up to half court anyway, as he dumps it off to Heading. 15:45 left. Heading 3 ball straight away. Yes. 52-35, and the Lancers looking to start running away. It's a 17-point lead for Cal Baptist as Coach Booker calls out the play. And Xavier Williams is bumped in front of the Penguin bench. It's going to be a foul on Bull Cool. That'll be Cool's second personal. As we have a media timeout with 15.5 left to go here at the Conlon Center. Penguins trail by 17. NC2A Division II men's basketball on the radio home with the Penguins. Penguin Radio, radio.dominican.edu. And this lead for Baptist just keeps growing. It's now at 17 for the Lancers as we're getting ready to send it to Brandon Cadiz on the sideline. And here we go. Take it away, Brandon.
Guys, an interesting note on Diouf. Being from Germany, he led his high school basketball team to 4 straight German high school national titles and won in the 2012 and 2013 season at Erspring Basketball Academy. Last season for the Lancers, Diouf led his team in shooting at 64%, which ranked 7th all-time in the NCAA Division II season last year for 16 and 17. So Diouf doing it from high school and all the way now in the NC2A. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Brandon. And Brandon's had a couple of notable interviews over there on the sideline for us tonight. He's interviewed Commissioner Hogue, he's interviewed Paul Roccanello, Dean of Students, and he's interviewed Dominican President Mary Marcy. Great interviewing tonight by Brandon on the sideline as Todd comes in for the Lancers. 52-35, Penguins trail. It's now 17. It was 6 in the first half. That was the largest lead for the Lancers, now at 17. Clock rolls under 15.5 to go. CW2 on the far side. Romeo Mays to Jeremiah Gray on the right wing. Ken Gray heat up, straight away, dump off, Mays, slam, yes! Romeo Mays throws it down, 52-37. Penguins still trailing, approaching 15 minutes to go, heading on the far side. Top of the key to Todd, 3-ball on the way, rattles home. That 3 knocked down by Matt Hubbard. Penguins in transition. Top of the key, CW2, 55-37. Straight away, CJ free throw line. Thought about a jumper, instead comes back out in front of the Penguin bench. Jordan Williams, who's hip checked as he drives into the lane. Picking up the foul for the Lancers, Ty Rowell. That's his second personal. 4th team foul for Cal Baptist. Jordan Williams will inbound on the short side. 20 seconds, 14:45 overhead. He'll get it in. Gray off the block. Jeremiah Gray from the left side makes it a 16-point game. 55-39. Gray still leads all scorers with 17. Dioff close behind with 14 for the Lancers. Straight away, Ty Rowell on the left wing is heading. Picks up a screen from Davis. Back to the top of the key. Launching another 3 as Hubbard, this one a little deep. CW2 with the board. Christopher Williams, a second, taking it all 94 feet, decides to back out to CJ on the left elbow. CJ spin move at the free throw line, needs some help. Pass intended for CW2 into the backcourt and out of bounds. Lancers will take over on the turnover by Cedric Thomas, 55-39. As Cool comes back in for the Lancers in place of Jason Todd. Christian Futch and Reverend Madukor come in for the Penguins in place of Romeo Mays and Christopher Williams, too. Heading straight away, kick out, Cool, far corner. Cool with Madukor in his face. Needs to find help, finds it at the top of the key in Hubbard. Heading straight away between the circles to Cool on the right wing, into the right elbow. Backing out in between the circles, Hubbard with 8 seconds. 6. Between the legs goes heading, back out 3, cross court 2, 3 launched on the way, another air ball by Ty Rowell, and a shot clock violation by the Lancers, as here comes the All-American Kaldu Dioff in place of Dejon Davis. Reverend Madukor will inbound for the Penguins, full court pressure by the Lancers. Ty Rowell in the backcourt. Jordan Williams goes behind the back crossover move up to Madukor on the right wing, right in front of Coach Scott Waterman. Straight away, CJ on the far wing goes Jordan Williams inside of Reverend Madukor, and we have an off-ball foul. This is our official right here in front of the broadcast booth. We'll blow the whistle, and we'll have a foul on the Cal Baptist Lancers. Bull Cool, that's his 3rd personal, 5th team foul for the Lancers here in half number 2, 13:20 to go. In the game, 55-39 still, Cal Baptist leads. Jordan Williams will inbound, 20 seconds, gets it in. Gray short right corner, long 2 launch, just missed. Heading with the rebound, 13:15 to go. Penguins trail by 16. It was 6 in the first half. It's been as much as 17 here in half number 2. Hand off top of the key to Rowell in between the circles now, onto the left wing. Heading, no look pass, Rowell straight away, picks up a screen, goes right at Madukor and backs out. On the left wing, heading 10, straight away 9, whistles 8. And Christian Futch picks up his 3rd personal foul for the Penguins, 4th team foul. Futch needs to be careful now, a little more aggressive in the paint with 3 personal fouls. And here comes Romeo Mays in place of Christian Futch. Shaking his head coming off the court was Christian Futch. 12:55 to go, 20 seconds on the inbound, goes to Heading straight away. Heading launches a 3, and it's just a brick, a dud at the back of the rim. Jordan Williams brings it up, right side, goes straight to the rim. Jordan Williams off glass, 55-41. Penguins trying to post a comeback. They trail by 14 with 12.5 to go. Heading on the right wing, down low to Dioff. Left-handed hook shot, it goes through for Kaladu Dioff. And Coach Rick Croy, very animated on the Baptist sideline, smacking the floor. It's Coach Croy. Jordan Williams crosses the half-court stripe, picks up his dribble to the top of the key. CJ Thomas driving in, off glass. Thomas gets it to spin in. 50 47-43, approaching 12 to go. Penguins trail by 14, trying to cut into this Baptist lead. Left wing Cool, straight away heading, thought about a three, no. Instead goes to the right wing. Ty Rowell launches a three, don't count it. No basket, as Mark Carlson says. That foul is going to be on C.J. Thomas. That's his second personal, fifth team foul for the Penguins. Both teams with 5 team fouls, 57-43. Lancers lead, 11:55 to go. And the Penguins shooting 39% from the field, but Cal Baptist shooting 55%. Penguins have hit 3 from downtown thanks to Jeremiah Gray, who from downtown tonight is 3 for 6. And Baptist as a team shooting 7 for 19 from three-point land. As we'll send it over to our sideline reporter, Brandon Cadiz.
Guys, looking at the statistics, Dominican only out-rebounded by 8, which isn't a significant number, though. In terms of bench points, 17 to only 3 on the side of the Penguins. Their starters are doing everything so far. Obviously, Jeremiah Gray in the first half was doing amazing, nailing down 3 three-pointers. Here in the second half, a very different story from this Penguins team. They haven't been able to rebound after a cold start in the second half, and they're only shooting 16 out of 47. That's 36%. That's definitely a problem here that they'd like to fix in the last couple of minutes in order to pull another hopeful upset here inside the Conlon Center. Back to you, Forrest.
Thank you, Brandon. As you mentioned, the Penguins in this first 9 minutes of this second half have gone a little cold. It was a 37-31 game at halftime, and the Penguins, with only 12 points here so far in the first 8 minutes. Inbound from Rao, finds Diop. Penguins double teaming CJ and Jordan Williams, and Diop goes right by CJ to the glass, and Diop now leads all scorers, passing in Jeremiah Gray. Diop with 18, Gray with 17. Maduakor driving baseline off the glass, and a strong finish from Reverend Maduakor to go off glass. 59-45, Penguins trail. Top of the key for the Lancers is Gabe Taylor. He'll dump it off. Rao right wing driving on Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams flies by past top of the key. 3 ball on the way. Oh, and it rolls in and out by Taylor. Offensive rebound by the Lancers. No good. Third chance opportunity by Bull Cool. Falls at 61-45. Cal Baptist leads. NC2A Division II men's basketball on the radio, home of the Penguins. Penguin Radio, radio.dominican.edu. And we'll be back in just a moment after we hear from Romeo Mays.
Hi, this is forward Romeo Mays, and you're listening to DU Basketball on Penguin Radio, the official radio station at Dominican University of California.
Thank you, Romeo. 11:13 left to go. Penguins were hanging with the big bad Lancers there in the first half, only trailing by 6, 37-31 coming out of the half. But the Lancers gone on a roll here, and they lead at 61-45. DU's trail by 16. Largest of the night for the Lancers has been 17. Mays will inbound. Penguins will have to go the full length of the court. Mays inbound pass goes to Jordan Williams in the backcourt. Ty Rowell. He's been in the backcourt almost all night here for the Lancers on Jordan Williams, who brings it across the timeline. Williams motioning for the Penguins to move out down low. He gives it to Maduakor on the left wing. He drives inside. Maduakor off the bottom of the backboard. Goes up for a second opportunity, and Maduakor is fouled. That foul for Cal Baptist is going to be on Corey Lang. That's Lang's second personal 6-team foul for the Lancers. One more, and the Penguins will be in bonus to shoot 1-and-1s. That foul occurred on the shot. Reverend Maduakor will go to the line to shoot 2. Maduakor tonight is 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Maduakor toes the line. First shot on the way. It's up. Oh, and it spins in and out. Maduakor can't catch a break from the line tonight. He's 0 for 3. Maduakor with 4 points. Gray and CJ, the only Penguins in double digits. 17 for Gray, 10 for CJ. Diop, the only Lancer in double digits with 18. Maduakor looking to turn around his free throw woes. Second one is good. 1 for 4 is Rev from the free throw line. Clock rolls from 10:55, 61-46. Cal Baptist leads. Jordan Williams returning the favor with a full court pressure. Ty Rowell over to Bull Cool on the right wing. Down inside, kick out, 3 ball launch. no good by Corey Lang. Penguins with the rebound. Pressing up the far sideline, Jordan Williams driving Maduacore, driving baseline. Dump off Mays as it spins home. Good find from Jordan Williams. And Mays goes off the right block, off glass, 63-48. Penguins trail. Approaching 10 minutes to go. We're halfway through this second half. Lang on the right wing to Rao. Down low, Dioff. Oh, and he is manhandled by the Penguins down low. Count the bucket. Dioff will go to the line to shoot an and one free throw. 65-48. Dioff 0 for 1 so far from the line. He's got 8 boards, 2 more, and he'll have a double-double. Christian Futz checks in for the Penguins, and 4 fresh Lancers as Christian Futz will check in as the Penguins have 6 men on the floor. And here comes Romeo Mays off the court for the Penguins. Futch and CJ come back in. Dioff will shoot an and one free throw and look to make it the largest lead of the night for the Lancers. It's now at 17. He can make it an 18-point game. Dioff gets the ball from Artificial. Left-handed free throw shot, no good. Rebound CJ, 65-48. Exactly halfway through the second half, 10 minutes remaining. Left elbow CJ, looking for a Penguin to help, finds Gray in the corner. Bump fake 3 to the right wing, bounce pass, Futch off glass. Good for Christian Futch. Decided to negate the slam attempt and go off glass. 65-50 Penguins trail. Rao brings it up in between the circles. Over to Dejon Davis. Back to the left wing. Todd dumps it off to Rao. In between the circles is Heading. 15 to shoot. Picks up a screen. Goes right. 13. Heading goes between the legs. Onto the right wing. That's Todd. 3 ball launched by Dioff, and it rattles in and out. Dioff tonight, that's his first attempt from downtown. Gray brings it up for the Penguins. Picks up a screen from CJ. Gray driving in, and he is fouled. Jeremiah Gray will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1s on the foul from Dejon Davis. That's his first personal. That 7th team foul will put the Penguins in bonus. Gray will shoot 1-and-1s. Gray tonight from the line has not shot. These will be his first free throw attempts. Here on academic night at the Conlin Center, Gray's first free throw up. Rattles home. 65-51. The DUs have cut it to 14. They are now in bonus and will be for the last 9 minutes and 15 seconds. If they can get to the line often here in the last 9 minutes, the DUs will have a shot. Second one from Gray. Rattles home again. Gray perfect from the line, 2 for 2. 65-52. Penguins trail, brings it up across half court. That's Rao. Straight away heading in between the circles on Jeremiah Gray to the right wing. Rao over to the left side. That's Hubbard driving in. Pull up jumper from Heading is no good. Put back by Dioff, and he's fouled. That foul on the Penguins. Christian Futch. That'll be Futch's 4th personal. 17 fouls will put the Lancers in bonus, and Christian Futch is pleading his case to our officials, saying I went straight up, as Romeo Mays will check in place of Futch. The Penguins have 4 men on the court, and Davis will shoot 2. First one from Davis is through. And Romeo Mays checks in place of Christian Futch. 66-52, 8:57 overhead. And the Penguins are going to switch positions around the key. Gray and Jordan Williams swapping spots. Davis, second free throw. Up. Missed it right. Mays with the rebound, 66-52. Penguins trail by 14. Just under 9 minutes to go. Jordan Williams hands off Maduacore, right side. CJ straight away. Driving in on Rao. CJ pump fake on the right block. Finds Mays, who goes up and counted for Romeo Mays. Mays through the contact, gets the bucket to fall as he was fouled by Dejon Davis. That's Davis's second personal, 8th team foul for the Lancers as Dioff checks in place of Davis. Dioff does not have a foul tonight. Dioff leads all scorers with 20, 10 for 14. from the floor. And one free throw from Mays. Sits on the rim. No. That was Mays' first free throw tonight, and he missed it right. Straight away, Rao goes between the legs. Down low, Diop. Double teaming on the Penguins, and Diop is too much for Romeo Mays to handle. 68-54. Jordan Williams brings it up quickly, right wing, driving in straight away. Short left corner, Mays. Out to Maduka on the left wing, CJ straight away. CJ wants isolation, hands it off Gray on the left wing. Gray thinking three. Back to CJ, drives in, straight down the key. Gets bumped, CJ counted. 6-footer for CJ, 68-56. On the left wing is heading. Straight away, long three by Hubbard, no good. Jeremiah Gray with the rebound, pressing it up across the timeline for the Penguins. But Duacore straight away, free throw line, backs out on the wing. Jeremiah straight away on the right wing. Driving in is Gray, backs up, long two, Jeremiah, yes! Jeremiah Gray with a long two makes it a 10-point game. Lancers lead 68-58, 7.5 to go. Penguins etching away. In between the circles, Rao picking up a screen, flying through goes Hubbard. Right wing Hubbard. CJ with the hands up straight away, heading with a three, and it rattles, no good. CJ Thomas with the rebound, approaching 7 minutes to go. Jordan Williams pressing up for the Penguins, goes between the legs. CJ straight away, drives it in left lane. CJ looking for a whistle, and he gets it. CJ Thomas fighting through the contact. We have a media timeout. You're listening to NC2A, Division II men's basketball. On the radio, home of the Penguins, Penguin Radio, radio.dominican.edu. Penguins clawing their way back. They trail by 10, 7:06 to go here in the second half. Jeremiah Gray with 21 points. And we'll send it over to our sideline reporter, Brandon Cadiz.
There's just something about these foreign bigs on the side of Cal Baptist. First, it was Kalidou Diop from Germany and Bull Cole coming out of Australia. Bull Cole's team, too, in high school for us, was led to back-to-back championships by Bull Cole. And he averaged 15 points and 8 rebounds in his back-to-back championship career. So far this season for the Lancers, he's averaging 6.6 points and 4 rebounds per game. As a true freshman last year, he averaged a 34% field goal percentage. But so far tonight, the Twin Towers on the side of the Lancers in Cool and Diop have been a problem for the Penguins. But CJ Thomas leading the pushback for the Penguins. And after that, Jeremiah Gray jump shot has put the Penguins still very close in this ball game. Back to you, Forrest.
Thank you, Brandon, and 7:06 left to go here in the second half. Lancers lead at 68-58, and it's academic night here at the Conlin Center. Thank you, Spencer. And the athletes here for the DUs have captured their 7th Academic Achievement Award here in the last 8 seasons, as joining me here in the broadcast booth, Paul Gunnis. And it's good to see you here at the Conlin Center and all of your teammates here at halftime as you guys were recognized.
Good to be here, Forrest. Good to be here.
First free throw from TJ rattles home, makes it a 9-point game.
Happy to see our Penguins actually putting up a fight tonight. It's hopefully we can take one home.
We're looking to spoil the 19th team in the country. Both free throws by CJ were good, and you are up there in the stand screaming your head off as Gray's put on a show here in the Conlin Center. Right wing, down low, Diop has it, kick out, Todd. Back to Diop on the low block. We're under 7 minutes into the corner. 3-ball tipped by Gray. Good defense by Jeremiah Gray as Reverend Maduacore saves it. Gray coming up quickly, pushes heading out of the way, and Gray counted from the right side. Jeremiah Gray makes it a 6-point game here in the Conlin Center.
Yeah, you know, you were saying I was yelling at you. You have to support these guys. It's the only way we can do it.
And this is the best the men have played here in the Conlin Center this year, and this is the most fans we've had here this year. Diop, short left corner, and it's fouled by CJ Thomas. We'll send Diop to the line to shoot 1-and-1 free throws. That's CJ's fourth personal, 8th team foul for the Penguins. Penguins playing with a lot of fire here tonight, Paul. And in that first half, only trailed by 6. And we were talking so much in the first half, a spot the Penguins shouldn't really be in. This Baptist team, 22-4 overall, 15-3 in the Pac West, as Fletch checks in for me.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the intensity out of the guys on Cal Baptist is pretty crazy. We were walking to the MPR for the half, and the coach was just lighting them up. So,
and he's been animated here throughout the game so far. Diop's 1-and-1 free throw doesn't go. Jordan Williams muffs it, and Diop able to give it there. We've even seen Coach Croy smack the floor a couple of times doing his best Alvin Iverson impression over there.
I know.
In between the circles, Jordan Williams playing tight defense on tie roll. Driving in, heading. Futch gets in there, high off the glass. And count it for heading. 70-62. Penguins trail by 8. Clock rolls under 6 minutes to go. Penguins moving the ball nicely here, Paul, in the second half. They trail by as much as 17 and have cut it back to 8. As Maduakor goes in for the dunk, and he was fouled. And I'll tell you what, Paul, that was a questionable call. And there's a foul's going to be committed to Kalidou Diop, who to me looked like he got all ball.
Yeah, I don't know. These refs have been making some questionable calls tonight, but all in all, doing a good job, I think.
Yeah, it's been a good night here for officiating. And 70-62, Lancers lead it. Maduakor will go to the line to shoot 2. He's 1 for 4. He finally turned around his free throw woes on his last attempt. He started 0 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, I was really hoping he'd make one of them coming down.
And you hoped him make the last one. Maybe got him on a bit of a roll. Maduakor's first free throw, no good. Straight back at him. If you want to miss a free throw, though, you want it to come straight back at you because that means you got the trajectory right. You just didn't have enough on it.
Yeah, I think he's a little in his head. Needs to relax a little bit. It's kind of like putting for us. You know, I'm on the golf team here at Dominican, and free throws are the easiest thing if you just get out of your head. That's a great analogy, too. Free throws as opposed to putting. It's the easiest thing you can do. Maduakor's second free throw. Perfect. 70-63 with Commissioner Hogue in the house and Paul Roccanello alongside over there by our sideline man. Brandon Cadiz down low, Diop on Fudge. Oh, and just going over Fudge is Diop and extends the lead back to 9. Fudge has got to be careful with 4 personal fouls. Right in front of the Penguin bench, Jordan Williams straight away. Reverend Maduakor driving in. Good defense by Lang. Maduakor back out to Gray in the short left corner. Maduakor picks up a screen from Fudge, top of the key, 10 to shoot. Maduakor step back 13 feet, just missed it left. With the tip out was Bull Cool. 72-63, Penguins trail approaching 5 minutes to go. Heading in between the circles, drifts right, back left, Todd down low, Diop, hook shot over Fudge. And Kalidou Diop makes it a 74-63 game, and he's an All-American for Cal Baptist. And at 6'9", 235 pounds, has been a handful here tonight for Christian Futch, the freshman. Big 6'9" there, Forrest.
CJ drives in, gets it knocked away. Oh, and Coach Waterman, it comes unglued off the bench as Futch hit the deck hard. CJ got it knocked out of bounds, and they're going to give possession for now to the Lancers, and Futch has his hand over his face, lying at the free throw line. We're going to have a timeout, NC2A Division II. Men's basketball on the radio, home of the Penguins, Penguin Radio, radio.dominican.edu. Not sure as Futch grabs that right leg and is stomping on the ground with the right leg in the air, and it does not look good for the DU. So, as Futch is being helped off the floor here quickly, we'll hear from Futch right here on Penguin Radio as he limps off.
This is Christian Futch. You're listening to DU Basketball Worldwide on the official radio station at Dominican University of California, Penguin Radio.
Beast mode. Go beast mode.
Christian Futch was helped off the floor as we return to action. Romeo Mays checks in. Futch sitting on the end of the bench was hopping, and it looked like he was favoring that right leg. It looked like he may have landed just a little awkwardly.
There was definitely a lot of contact there, Forrest.
And at 230 pounds, a lot of weight. If he rolled an ankle or something like that, and I'm not saying he did, I do not know what happened, but that's a lot of weight to go down on an ankle. Heading 3 ball, right corner, just short. Maduakor with the big rebound for the Penguins. Penguins trail by 11, 4.5 to go. Back out to Romeo Mays on the left elbow. Maduakor on the wings. Free throw line, CJ looking for some help. 17 to shoot. CJ takes it upon himself. Will drive in into the lane. CJ softly from 4 feet. Makes it a 9-point game, 74-65, 4 minutes to go. 19th team in the country in Division II is Cal Baptist at 22-4. Down low, Diop. Mays on him. Across the court to Heading. Ball fake by Lang. Going across the key. Mid-range jumper missed. Rebound by Jeremiah Gray.
Be good to see him get a bucket here, Forrest. Gray on the far sideline on the left wing, drives in, free throw line, pump fake, and he took one too many steps. And we have a media timeout. 3:43 remaining. You're listening to NC2A Division II men's basketball on the radio, home of the Penguins, Penguin Radio, radio.dominican.edu. 74-65, Lancers lead it. Diop leads all scorers with 26. Right by him, Jeremiah Gray with 23. We'd like to see Gray hit another three. He was hit 3 in a row in the first half, was 3 for 4 to end it. Since then, has missed 2 from downtown. And right here on Penguin Radio, Brandon Cadiz getting ready. We'll send it to our sideline reporter. Take it away, Brandon.
So far, after that Christian Futch injury, it looks to be his right ankle, still sitting down on the bench as the trainers are taking a look at it. But Jeremiah Gray still leading the Penguins. Right behind them is C.J. Thomas. Overall, Reverend Maduakor, their third option or second option this season. And now with the seniors going out, we've talked about it all season for us. C.J. Thomas has really stepped it up this year, and he's going to be taking over that role with Christian Futch out and plugging in Romeo Mays. We talked about it when we had Scott Waterman on. Those two twin towers, one a perimeter player, one a post player down low. We will see if the Penguins continue to go inside. But on Cal Baptist side, 26 three-pointers shot to only Dominicans 10. That looks to be the only difference here in the score ahead of Cal Baptist. Back to you, and let Paul know I said hi.
All right, thanks, Brandon. And Brandon says hi, Paul.
Thanks. Hi, Brandon.
Brandon, our sideline reporter, doing a great job. Penguins need to go on a bit of a run here, Paul. Need a couple of defensive stops. Forrest Hunt, Paul Gunnis, Brandon Cadiz, our sideline reporter tonight. 3.5 to go. Penguins looking to add a blemish to that Cal Baptist record. They're 15-3 in conference play. Diop on the right elbow, driving in on Mays. Pull-up jumper, 12 feet. No! Jeremiah Gray with the rebound. Jordan Williams across the half-court stripe. Reverend Maduakor driving in through the lane. Kick out Mays in the short right corner who lost the shoe. Mays has a flat tire. CJ in the paint, turnaround jumper. CJ softly from 9 feet. 74-67, it's a 7-point game. And Mays has put some air back in that right tire as both shoes are now tied and duct taped to his feet. Heading in between the circles, goes behind the back. Right wing, Todd. Down low to Diop, just outside extended right block. He's being double teamed. Out to the left wing. Cool driving in on Maduakor. Cool softly with the layup. 76-67. Jordan Williams bringing it up for the Penguins on the right wing. Straight away, Reverend Maduakor. Back to Williams. 2.5 minutes to go. Penguins trail by 9. Gray on the right wing looking for an opening to shoot the 3. Into CJ on the right block cross court. Jordan Williams in the corner. Has to extend up to get it. 9 to shoot. Jordan Williams driving in 7. Pull up jumper 6. A dud at the rim. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Coach Waterman saying we need to stop. It's a 3-possession game. Approaching 2 minutes to go. Penguins looking to develop this young core with 2 games left here in the Collins Center. Last will be on Saturday against Fresno Pacific. Diop spins right around Mays. Count the bucket. Romeo Mays picks up his first personal foul. Diop makes it an 11-point game, goes to the free throw line for an and 1 to try and make it 12.
You know, Forrest, you're talking about that young core here that we see for the Penguins. Good future ahead for our Penguins, definitely.
5 freshmen coming in this year. Diop has not made one from the line tonight. He's over. Diop, the All-American, with a wide free throw stance, left-handed shooter, shoots it. And we have a lane violation. Do not count the basket, and it's a lane violation on the Lancers. Christopher Williams, the second, coming in, another shooter. And he's coming in place of Romeo Mays. So with Futch out with that injury that looked like to his right leg, it'll be Maduakor, Jordan Williams, CW2, CJ, and Jeremiah Gray. We're under 2 minutes to go. Penguins trail by 11. Left side, CW2 drifting straight away between the circles. Right wing, Gray 3, just deep. Rebound, heading, 2-on-1. Todd, oh, and it goes out of bounds off the hand of Todd. Just a little too much on the lead pass from heading to Todd, out of bounds. Penguins take over with 1:35 to go. Jordan Williams on the right wing picks up a screen, drives down the lane, pull-up jumper to CW2 in the corner, 3 ball, no good. Rebound Todd off to Heading, who will dribble things out, and you'll likely see the Lancers milk as much of this shot clock as they can here, leading by 11 in the last minute 15. 75 seconds left. Jordan Williams in between the circles. Back at the insignia is Heading. Gives him a little elbow. As we have 10 seconds to shoot, 1:04 remaining. Heading dribbling it out, picking up a screen. Heading goes left, pulls up, right wing, cool three, ball 3 seconds, no good. Jeremiah Gray, Penguins need to go quickly, trailing by 11. Across the insignia, left corner, CW2 handoff, Gray, driving baseline. Pump fake around his defender, and a timeout after Jeremiah Gray knocks down the jumper from the baseline. Underneath his defender, a scooping layup, 78-69. Penguins trail by 9 with 44.6 seconds left. That's coming down to the wire.
It definitely is. It's nice to see Jeremiah Gray showing us a little spunk there. The last spunk we're going to get to see here in the Collins Center.
Yeah, Jeremiah Gray with 40 minutes and 44.6 seconds left here in the Collins Center. He'll have 40 minutes on Saturday, and he'll have the last 45 seconds here in the Collins Center tonight, and trying to bring the Penguins back as they trail by only 9. Here with 44.6 seconds remaining. Gray has 25. He's the leading scorer for the Penguins. Geoff leads all scorers with 28. Jeremiah Gray has hit 3 from downtown tonight. He's 3 for 7, all 3 coming in this first half. He needs to get hot here. Jordan wins the backcourt on Heading, commits a foul. And Heading will go to the line with 41.2 seconds remaining.
You know, Heading's lefty shot there for us, something that is giving the Penguins trouble all night.
It's a different look.
It's definitely a different look.
Yeah.
Sort of Xavier Williams-esque.
Yeah, it is. Williams a lefty of his own. And when a lot of the times you're putting your hands up one way to guard a right-handed shooter, you got to put them up another way to guard the left-handed shooter. Heading at the line. He'll shoot 2. First one, no good. Heading from the line tonight has not shot. That's his first free throw. And he's 0 for 1. C.J. Thomas comes back in for the Penguins in place of Romeo Mays. Thomas with 4 free throws. 4 free throws, 4 personal fouls. Shooting free throws is Heading. Second one good. And he makes it a 10-point game. Jordan Williams brings it up, 40 seconds left. On the right side, back across the court, Madukor. Madukor on the left wing, handoff, great 3-ball left wing, no good. Todd with the rebound. And a 2-second differential between game and shot clock as Jordan Williams commits the foul on Heading in the backcourt. It's a 10-point game with 29 seconds exactly. Heading will go to the line. And he's 1 for 2 here tonight.
You know, Forrest, something that we've seen out of the Penguins here, we didn't get any breaks down the stretch, it seems like, or else we might have had a chance to win this game.
You know, and even coming into this game, Paul, many would argue the Penguins should not even be within 10 points of the Lancers with 29 seconds remaining. With 6 points separating the two at the end of the first half, it was 37-31. We thought, wow, the Penguins are hanging with the Lancers. We saw it in the first half against Concordia as Heading hits the first free throw, and then it kind of dropped off in the second half as Concordia took over that game. But it's been back and forth here against Cal Baptist here, who's going D1 next year.
Yep.
Heading's second free throw is perfect as well. It's a 12-point game, 29 seconds as they started the clock. And Jordan Williams actually let it go right between his hands. Kind of geeked our scoreboard operators here in the Collins Center. Williams will have 29, but yeah, 29 seconds to go. Penguins need a couple of big threes, and they're going to go to Gray, and the Lancers know that. Rolling it up to half court as Williams picks it up. Diving for it, no success, was Rao. Gray with soft 2, good, 24.4 seconds, 81-71. Inbound goes to Rao, and he is fouled in the backcourt. Foul for the Penguins is going to be on Reverend Madukor. His second personal. Going to the line will be Rao, who tonight from the line is 2 for 2, so he's perfect for the Lancers. The Lancers as a team from the line tonight only shooting 55%. 22.4 remaining. Penguins hoping for something magnificent to happen here in the last 22 and a half seconds. Checking in for the first time, Danny King for the Lancers in place of Corey Lang. Second free throw from Ralph. Perfect as well. So he's perfect on the night, 4 for 4. It's a 12-point game. Rolling it up to half court is CJ. To Jordan Williams, 20 seconds left on the far sideline, down low. Into the corner, CW2, 17. Jordan Williams, 15. Driving in, 14. Picks up a shot, no good. Rebounded by the Lancers, DeJon Davis, and that's going to do it here in the Conlin Center. One game remaining on the schedule for both the men and women. The Penguins will fall to 5-21 overall, 4-15 in the Pac West Conference. And Cal Baptist will improve to 23-4 overall, 16-3 in the Pac West Conference. Cal Baptist now up there with Dixie State fighting for the top spot in the conference, just percentage points away, and then the 19th ranked team in the nation for Division II. So for the Penguins, who are now 5-21 overall, to hang with Cal Baptist, and it's only a 12-point game. And I'll tell you what, Paul, the fight here tonight by the Penguins, this is the best game that we've seen. I know you've been here all night. The best game we've seen out of the Penguins this year.
Definitely, definitely. You know, it shows a bright future for our Penguins. We see a lot of potential out of these guys. As these guys develop, they're going to be a good team in the future. Maybe one day we can start getting ourselves in the top 20 for us.
All right, and we'll send it over to Brandon Cadiz on the sideline for parting words.
Forrest, well, that'll do it here tonight, 83-71. The Penguins hung on all the way to the end against the number 19th ranked team in Division II. But make sure, guys, to come out here on Saturday as the women still have a chance to clinch the final playoff spot in the Pac West tournament. Overall, a great night here. Commissioner Hogue was on, Paul Roccanello, President Marcy, and you know, it was just a great night here. Academic Achievement Award for the Penguins, 7 out of the 8 years. But make sure to come on Saturday for senior night and support your Penguins, guys. Back to you on Penguin Radio.
Thank you, Brandon, and a great job tonight on the sideline interviewing Commissioner Hogue, Paul Roccanello, and Mary Marcy. Penguins drop a tight one here at the Conlin Center. The men's game tighter than the women's game, which we didn't expect, but they almost upset the number 19 nationally ranked Lancers here at the Conlin Center. So everybody, will have one more basketball broadcast for you here on Penguin Radio. That will come on Saturday as the Penguins welcome in Fresno Pacific. And for the men, Fresno Pacific in the cellar. So both games going to be very good here on Saturday. First game at 2 p.m. That'll be the women. The second game will be the men at 4. And a big game for the women on Saturday for all the marbles, as Stu said earlier. Both teams fighting for the last spot in the Pac West tournament. And I'll tell you what, it'll be an exciting one here at the Conlin Center on Saturday as the Penguins look to go to the Pac West Conference Tournament, the women, for the third consecutive year over a win over Fresno Pacific. And the last time the DUs played Fresno Pacific, the women won 82-62. So make sure, if you're not here at the Conlin Center on Saturday, which you should be, rooting on the Lady Penguins and the men Penguins. That was a little weird. Make sure you're tuning in to Penguin Radio at radio.dominican.edu. We'll have full coverage for you here. And we'd like to send it over to Brandon on the sideline, who has Coach Tim Lacoste with him. Take it away, Brandon.
I'm here with women's basketball coach Tim Lacoste, and a tough nail-biter here inside the Conlin Center today. The Penguins lost that game, and they were banking on an Academy of Art win. Obviously, that did not happen, so it comes down to Saturday against Fresno Pacific. Coach Lacoste, what are you guys looking to get into on Saturday? Who's the top player that you guys got to watch out on? Because obviously this season you guys beat them by 20 points on the road.
Yeah, Saturday's win in advance, lose, go home, season's over. So we're going to do what we've been doing all year long, looking to go inside out. You know, it's mainly more about us, and hopefully we get a lot of Dominican Penguin fans out, as this is the biggest game of the season.
I noticed that today you went with a lineup throwing in Julio Razo in the beginning of the game, and you guys have mixed it up the past couple of games. You've started LaRocca. What's the difference today in that matchup? Was it just size in starting Julio Razo tonight?
Yeah, well, Nat and Sandy are the two top scorers in the conference inside. Alana's the #1 shooter in the country, and Razo shoots 40% from 3. So inside out is what we do best. Sydney's been providing a lot of energy and spark for us off the bench. So we're looking for her to give us some more energy, and that's who we'll go with Saturday.
And I'm calling this, guys, once you guys do make the playoffs, the number 3, 4, and 5 spot very close. The last two teams, Concordia and